Okay, so last time I was talking about developing faith and devotion to the Mahayana as a factor that leads to the realization of our Buddha nature, or should I say the understanding of our Buddha nature, so that our Buddha nature can be transformed into the Dharmakaya, the truth body of the Buddha. And so then the question arises, well, how do we cultivate devotion to the Dharma, and specifically to the Mahayana? So this is one way to do this, is by seeing the benefits. So, for example, in Chapter 1 of Guide to a Bodhisattva's Way of Life, which Khyentse Rinpoche taught here several years ago. Are the teachings on the web? No? It'd be good to put them up. But, or we can go over it again.
We'll make that the next project.
Yeah. Because it's a beautiful text. Anyway, in Chapter 1, it talks about all the benefits and advantages of generating the altruistic intention. And when you read the chapter, it's so inspiring, because it really shows you how, having a thought that cares about others and a mind that is really focused on developing our own potential for the benefit of others can relieve so much stress and anxiety in our own mind, and how it acts as a strong factor in purifying our negative karma, and how it acts as a salve for all the pain in the world. Because if we're able to generate that bodhicitta mind and realize emptiness and become a Buddha, then there's so much good that we can do for so many living beings. So reflecting on the benefits of bodhicitta, not only the long-term benefits of when we're a Buddha, because sometimes that seems like so far away, how am I going to get there? But just even the short-term benefits. If I have bodhicitta in my mind, my life is going to be purposeful and meaningful, and I'll be able to purify a lot of karma very quickly, negative karma very quickly, because the bodhicitta is focused on the welfare of all beings, and so any action you do with that mind, because it's so expansive in how many beings it's aimed to benefit, becomes very, very strong. Similarly, any virtuous activity we engage in creates very strong merit, powerful merit. We become such a more nice person, a nicer person. We become a nicer. That sounds corny, doesn't it? But we just become nicer, don't we? If we have that thought aimed at the welfare of others and wanting to develop ourselves in that way, then we're so much more cooperative with other people. We get along better with other people. We solve problems rather than create them. And so even now, just in terms of practical ways, bodhicitta is beneficial. In terms of our Dharma practice, it's beneficial. In terms of our long-term aims and the long-term welfare of others, it's beneficial. So when we really spend some time contemplating this in our meditation, then the mind, starts having some faith in that, some confidence in that, and becomes inspired and aspires to develop that mind. Okay. And then you can see how when you have that devotion to the Mahayana Dharma, then you automatically want to practice. Okay. And of course, the chief thing we want to practice is, we have to do a whole lot of preliminaries to this, but to understand the nature of reality, which is the same as the natural purity of our mind, which is the Buddha nature. Okay. So that's how it becomes a factor that leads to the development